He has over 17 years of experience in construction and real estate. He co-founded several engineering companies, and now he's responsible for the development, the strategic development of one of the boldest Web3 projects that I ever saw. Without further ado, I won't spoil the surprise, but let's welcome Adrian Vasilescu from Build21.
GM. I would like to find my team first, so raise your hands, everyone, okay? So apparently these guys, when they heard I was a speaker today, they told me, hey dude, don't go alone, take this BD9 with you. So I did. So here I am, BD9 blockchain. You might be wondering, first of all, what is a BD9? BD9 is a tool we use on construction sites and is basically like a toothbrush for walls. But that is not important. The important stuff is how can these two be linked together? And the answer is simple. You just have to look at your right or at your left, and you will find the answer. Yes, we, the people that gather around the projects we love and the projects we believe in, we are the link between ordinary objects in real life like this and blockchain. We are the link between real-world problems and blockchain. Real-world problems like maybe banking the unbanked, or like solving the supply issues in very important drugs for people who need them, and stuff like that. Also, we are the link between real-world assets and blockchain, real estate, bonds, shares, and so on. We, as people, have the power to use the blockchain technology and solve these problems, generate value, and disrupt the markets while we're doing it. My name is Adrian Vasilescu. I'm the CEO of Build21, and I have 17 years of experience in real estate and construction. I had the opportunity to work in Romania and also in Germany and Switzerland, and I came here today to tell you that we need meaningful change. The problem with meaningful change is that it requires collective effort, but we will take it one step at a time. First of all, I will start by telling you why we need meaningful change. Meaningful change is needed for a couple of reasons, and I will give you some examples. First of all, let's look at corruption. Corruption gave us two of the recent examples. If we look at Vietnam, we can see a person named Mai Leng that is now facing death penalty because of a $12 billion fraud. And you might ask yourself, how is this even possible? Well, because of lack of transparency, political bribing, closed loops, and stuff like that, you get disasters like this. Also, we can look at China, and we can look at Evergrande, that was one of the biggest real estate developers, that when it collapsed, almost pulled the entire economy into recession. Same problems, unverified loans, closed companies, and no traceabilities. We need more open companies, more accountable companies, because at the end of the day, they are building the homes we are sleeping in. Let's look at safety. Did you know that in Romania, 72% of the homes were built prior to the 80s? This is more important if you take into account the fact that the first anti-seismical standard was introduced in '78. We are basically talking about 70% of the homes in Romania that are not fit to handle a major earthquake. And this is really big. More than half of the people in Romania are fearful for their lives and the security of their homes in case of a major earthquake. And what about the fact that only 6% of the homes were built after the year 2000? And I was a part of that. And I can tell you firsthand the way they built back then. Before the 2008 crash, nobody had time for quality. Nobody had time for double checks. Nobody had time to pass the information to the newer generations. Everybody was busy designing and building constructions like they were hot pies, because the market had so much money that it needed to spend. There was no time for quality. So I say we need safer homes, and we need to make this change happen. Another reason is health. According to Eurostat, we are ranking number 2nd in terms of overcrowded living conditions. And also, more and more studies have shown that there is a big correlation between the quality of living and our health, both physical and mental. So, I guess we have a lot of reasons to look at change and be determined to make it. Let's imagine for a moment we manage to really change things, and we are now living in the perfect city. How could that look for us? Well, I imagine walking down the streets and being in constant touch with nature, with trees. I imagine seeing people that are happy and are part of communities. I imagine safe buildings all around me and durable buildings. I imagine heritage buildings that are well taken care of because they speak of our identity and our roots. And I also imagine we are mindful with the way we are spending our resources. Why? Because this is the best thing we can do. Everybody is talking about sustainability in real estate, but sustainability is not only about the quantity of resources that we need to operate the building or the carbon footprint that we leave when we construct the building. Sustainability is also about the way we use our resources today to fulfill future generations' needs. It's not enough to build a net zero building today if the future generations will have to upgrade it or demolish it because it's not fit for their needs. Okay, so all of this might sound nice, right? Then we must answer, we must question ourselves, who has the power to make such a change? And the answer, it's once again to your right side and to your left side. We as people have this kind of power. We can do this when we come together in communities, when we share common values and we have common goals. We drive innovation, we drive resilience, and also we inspire collective progress. And this shouldn't be very hard to do because we are living in micro-communities every day. We are part of micro-communities when we go to work. We are part of micro-communities when we go outside with our friends. We are part of micro-communities even when we attend parents' meetings. So why not come together and form a bigger community and start the change? We need people like investors that want to invest their money to power responsible companies. We need people like professionals that want to leverage their know-how and leave back a legacy. We also need people like you and me who just want to change the way they live, who want to be healthy in their homes and safe. Change is bound to happen. And it will happen because now we have the power that blockchain brings us. Until now, the main issue with communities was trust. Blockchain introduced us a new way of dealing with trust. We can now interact with each other in a completely 100% trust and zero effort. Blockchain manages to do this by storing information on a public ledger in a way that is fast, it's cheap, it's immutable, it's transparent, it's traceable. All these characteristics are giving us the power to design new environments in which people can interact in a fair manner. This is all we need to form a great community. At Build21, I think I had to Oh, no, yes, sorry. When? Today. We can do this today because we have the blockchain. That was the question. Okay, next. Build21, right. Not forget the company I run. We started building on these principles. We already have the 3 key communities responsible for the success of a project. We are gathering the investors, we have the professionals, we will have the inhabitants, and we offered them a platform in which they can interact with one another. They can be part of the decisional process we have. They can invest, and they can receive value in a fair and transparent manner. We started building 21 projects, real estate projects, user-centric projects, that will be cornerstones for future generations in terms of functionality, ergonomics, design, sustainability. Change is happening, and I'm inviting you to be part of it. I'm pretty sure we have a community for each and every one of you. So basically, if you like the project and you want to see more about what we do, please stop by at our booth. Thank you.